oats. For decades, they have been hailed as the gold standard of a healthy breakfast. Doctors recommend them. Nutritionists praise them. Fitness enthusiasts swear by them. We are told they are packed with heart-healthy fiber, that they provide slow-releasing energy that keeps us full for hours, and that they can help lower our cholesterol. For the most part, all of this is true, but there is a huge paradox lurking in your breakfast bowl. A truth that the big food companies don't want you to look at too closely. What if I told you that the very healthy bowl of oatmeal you're eating could be spiking your blood sugar just as fast as a bowl of sugary kids' cereal? What if your morning ritual is secretly setting you up for an energy crash, afternoon cravings, and even long-term metabolic problems? Today, we are pulling back the curtain. We're not here to tell you to stop eating oats. We are here to tell you to stop eating oats this way. We will expose the common mistakes that turn this superfood into a metabolic trap. And then we will build, step by step, the ultimate blood sugar balancing bowl of oatmeal that will truly energize your day. First, to understand the problem, we need to understand the science. What makes oatmeal so special in the first place? The magic ingredient is a type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. When you eat whole oats, this beta-glucan fiber mixes with water in your gut and forms a thick, viscous gel. This gel is a superhero for your metabolism. It physically slows down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. This means the glucose from the oats enters your bloodstream slowly and gradually, preventing a sharp spike in blood sugar. This gel also traps cholesterol, helping to remove it from your body. And it feeds the good bacteria in your gut, which is crucial for overall health. So, beta-glucan is our hero. The problem is, not all oats are created equal. The way oats are processed can either preserve this hero or completely destroy its power. This brings us to the first and most important mistake you might be making. Mistake number 1. You are choosing the wrong type of oats. Walk down any cereal aisle and you'll see a wall of oatmeal products. There are large canisters of old-fashioned oats. There are tall, cylindrical containers of steel-cut oats. And then, there are the brightly colored boxes of instant flavored oatmeal packets. This is where the deception begins. Instant oatmeal packets are perhaps one of the biggest health food scams on the market. Let's look at what they really are. To make oats instant, the oat groat is flattened, steamed, pre-cooked, and then dehydrated. This intense processing shatters the grain structure and, most importantly, the beta-glucan fiber matrix. The starches are pre-digested for you, so when you add hot water, they turn into sugar in your bloodstream almost immediately. The glycemic index, a measure of how quickly a food raises blood sugar, tells the story. Steel-cut oats have a low GI, around 55. Rolled, old-fashioned oats have a medium GI, around 65. But instant, flavored oatmeal, its GI can be 80 or higher, which is the same as pure table sugar. But it gets worse. Pick up a box of maple and brown sugar or apples and cinnamon instant oatmeal and read the ingredients. Often the second or third ingredient, right after the pulverized oats, is sugar. Not just one kind, but a cocktail of them: sucrose, fructose, maltodextrin. These companies take a healthy grain, strip it of its benefits, and then pump it full of the very thing we're trying to avoid. You might as well be eating a candy bar for breakfast. So the first rule is to completely avoid the individual packets of instant flavored oatmeal. Now let's say you're already using the good stuff, rolled oats or steel-cut oats. You can still make a huge mistake. This leads us to mistake number 2, the healthy sugar overload. You start with a healthy base of rolled oats, but then what do you add for flavor? A giant spoonful of brown sugar? A heavy drizzle of maple syrup or honey? A big handful of raisins or dried dates? Many people believe that because these sugars are natural, they are somehow free foods. This is a dangerous misconception. While honey and maple syrup do contain some trace minerals, your body's metabolic response is almost identical to that of regular sugar. Your pancreas doesn't know the difference between expensive organic agave nectar and cheap white sugar. It sees a flood of glucose and fructose, and it responds by pumping out insulin to control the spike. Dried fruits are another hidden sugar bomb. When you remove the water from a fruit, you are left with a highly concentrated nugget of sugar. A small handful of raisins can have the same amount of sugar as a can of soda. When you dump these on top of your oatmeal, you are turning your slow-release breakfast into a high-sugar meal, leading to that familiar cycle of an energy spike, followed by a crash that leaves you hungry and reaching for more carbs. This doesn't mean your oatmeal has to be bland. We'll get to the solutions later. But first, there is one more crucial mistake, one that even the most health-conscious people make. Mistake number 3. Eating your oats. Naked. What does naked mean? It means you are eating a bowl of plain oatmeal, maybe with a little water or milk, but nothing else substantial. You are eating a bowl of almost pure carbohydrates, even though they are complex, high-fiber carbohydrates. When eaten alone, they will still cause a more significant blood sugar response than a balanced meal. Think of it this way. To keep your blood sugar stable, every meal should ideally contain the PFF trio: protein, fat, and fiber. The oats provide the F for fiber. But where are the protein and the fat? Protein and fat are digested even more slowly than fiber. When you include them in your meal, they act as a brake on digestion. They slow down the rate at which your stomach empties, which means the carbohydrates from the oats are released into your bloodstream even more slowly and gently. This creates true, long-lasting satiety and stable energy. Eating a bowl of naked oats is like having a car with good brakes, the fiber, but no engine governor. Adding protein and fat is like adding that governor, ensuring a smooth, steady ride instead of a quick jolt forward. So, to recap the 3 cardinal sins: choosing instant, processed oats, overloading your bowl with sugar, even natural kinds, eating the oats alone without adding protein and healthy fat. Now let's move from the problem to the solution. Let's build the ultimate blood sugar balancing, metabolically powerful bowl of oatmeal. Step 1. Start with a champion base. Throw away the instant packets. Your best choice is steel-cut oats. They take longer to cook, but the texture and the slow energy release are unmatched. A great and convenient alternative is old-fashioned rolled oats. Do not use quick oats. Step 2. Power it up with protein. This is a non-negotiable step. You must add a significant source of protein. Here are some great options. You can stir in a scoop of your favorite protein powder after cooking. Whey, casein, or a plant-based powder all work well. You can mix in a few large spoonfuls of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. This adds a creamy texture and a huge protein boost. Or a simple trick. While the oats are cooking, whisk in an egg white. It cooks right into the oatmeal, adds protein, and you won't even taste it. Step 3. Add healthy, slow-digesting fat. Fat is not the enemy. The right fat is your friend. It keeps you full for hours. Here are your best choices. Add a tablespoon of nut butter, like almond, peanut, or cashew butter. Make sure it has no added sugar. Sprinkle on a tablespoon of chia seeds or ground flax seeds. These are packed with both fat and extra fiber, plus omega-3s. Toss in a small handful of chopped nuts or seeds like walnuts, pecans, or pumpkin seeds. Step 4. Flavor with spices and low-sugar fruit. Now you can add flavor without adding sugar. The #1 spice for oatmeal is cinnamon. Cinnamon is not just delicious. Some studies show it can actually help improve insulin sensitivity and manage blood sugar. Other great spices are nutmeg, cardamom, ginger, and allspice. A splash of pure vanilla extract also adds a sweet flavor without any sugar. For fruit, choose low glycemic options. Berries, like blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, are your best bet. They are packed with antioxidants and fiber and have a minimal impact on blood sugar. Let's put it all together. Imagine this bowl: a base of slow-cooked, steel-cut oats, a scoop of vanilla protein powder stirred in, a tablespoon of almond butter swirled on top, a sprinkle of chia seeds and walnuts, a generous dash of cinnamon, and a handful of fresh blueberries. This is no longer just a bowl of oatmeal. This is a metabolic powerhouse. A meal that will keep your blood sugar rock solid. A meal that will keep you full, focused, and energized until lunchtime. A meal that builds muscle, supports your brain, and nourishes your gut. The message today is simple. Oats are not your enemy. They are a powerful ally in your health journey, but they must be treated with respect. Stop eating them in a way that turns them into junk food. Start treating your oatmeal bowl like a complete, balanced meal. Build it with fiber, power it with protein, and sustain it with healthy fat. Make this change, and you will unlock the true potential of this ancient, humble superfood.